Hello, I'm Audio. Daibanchou is this game. And there's someone here to see Roga. Okay, let's go. I don't know what's going on. When is that, like, is that new though? Is that new? I didn't think so. Of course, it is unreasonable to assume that I've remembered everything. Right? I mean, I have to say right now, actually, that Daibanchou, I said that it's probably the best, was the best gameplay-oriented Alisoft game. I think I said that. If I didn't, I will say it now, because I still think it is, even if it's not my favorite. Out of the four Alisoft games that I've played, this is probably my least favorite one. But I still like it a lot, and I still think that it has the best gameplay, the most in-depth gameplay. But anyway, Kensuke's here now, and, you know, I had 500 BP, so I have the option to hire him. Well, I'm hiring him, but to explain a little bit, if you don't hire him, he'll join, I think he joins the NPI, and you'll be fighting tanks again wherever he's stationed, and then you can capture him, you know, and I think you have him for free then, but if you hire him like I did there, costs you 500 BP, and then he outfits your guys with tanks, I think, the people with guns. He gives them tanks to ride, you know, and it's an upgrade for them. They have more health, they have more hit, they do more damage. They're still long-range units with 0 evasion. Their sprites change and their stats change. And I like the way Kunagi looks here a lot. It's very cute. Ooh. Yeah, but there you go. What I was saying before, Daibanchou has the best gameplay, I think. There's a lot in this game, you know. There's a lot of variety, so that's pretty much my reasoning. I mean, there's a lot to keep track of, you know. In Sengoku Rants, you fought, and that's whatever. But you didn't have a lot to keep track of. In this game, you're limited on time, and you've got to manage quite a few things. Oh yeah, what am I doing? But yeah. There we go. And the after scene dialogue, I haven't been showing that the entire time, and it's, you know, I guess I could have, but it's whatever. Yeah. I think Go discovered the ice cave. That's what I picked up there. And now I can go find Daigo, so I might be doing that soon. And then I'll go over in depth why I do not like dungeons in this game at all. Actually, yeah, I'll just go do that now then. Explore ice cave. I don't recall how far I've got to go down here, but it'll tell me, and it'll be like, oh, you know, whatever the hell. That's cool. Oh, and when Kensuke starts making tanks, I think it might cost some more BP, but it doesn't affect like where I can deploy the people. Even though it probably should, I can still take the guy who's in a tank into this dungeon. You know, logic. Why deal with the logic? Yeah, but this is not, like, dungeons aren't really hard. They're just tedious as hell. I mean, oh my god. Alright, so I've got a long-range unit, 2 short-range, 2 mid-range, 3 mid-range. That's fine. Like, the dungeons in this game have specific, you know, they're always the same, I believe. I just don't remember what the hell's in here. So this is what it is, and 14 attack on the bat there, that's fine. I really hate dungeons in this game because they're all like this. I should have brought Tamari for his scouting as well, but, you know, like, this isn't hard. This isn't really interesting, you know? It's just, it's just you going through a dungeon, and maybe you like this gameplay. I don't. I mean, it's similar to the dungeon gameplay that was in Sengoku Rants, but much worse. And it doesn't have, like, the thrill of overworld combat. Because you're fighting these. These things are not important. These bats are not important enemies, and, you know. It's whatever. And again, these are weak as well, but I'm using Tomoka to take them out because she's present, you know? But some of the dungeons have powerful enemies. I mean, I shouldn't say all dungeons are like this. Hell, I don't even think that this dungeon is like this through the whole thing, you know? But it's whatever. And, you know, they're all... The beginning of all dungeons are boring like this. Guyver Mac, he's a unit you get for going into dungeons. Like, if you go... We should see it in this one, actually, for that matter. We'll meet him. And on the 5th floor of every dungeon, you get, like, a sequence with Guyver Mac. That's his name. And you do it 3 times, and you can recruit him. I think it's 3 times. And he's really good. He's probably the best unit in the game for dungeons because of his ability. It lets him replenish stamina, but not health. So, you know, you gotta take stuff into account there, but he's one of the better units in the game for dungeons, and I won't be getting him, but we'll see him in here. So, that is how that goes. Oh, why did I do that? I have a mid-range unit, but okay. Worked out fine. And, you know, that enemy's familiar in Alisoft games, right? You've seen it before. Oh my god. The Bevitar, or whatever the fuck it is from Rance. You've seen them. They're in a bunch of Alisoft games. A lot of these enemies are, you know. I guess this dungeon's rather short. I don't recall what else is in here other than, you know, Daigo's stuff. You just come here for him, and it's all I've ever come here for. Might be an item at the end, I don't know. We'll see. Well, that was silly of me as well. I'm not making the best decisions here today, but it's all worked out well. Here's Guyver Mac. Obviously, you can see the reference in his name. I sincerely hope that. But he's more of an Indiana Jones kind of guy, even though he's named after MacGyver. So, whatever. But yeah, he's known for traversing all the dungeons in the world, and eventually he gets bored of it because he's run out of danger. He's solved everything. So, that's his character, basically. And we're on the last floor, and there's a guy here called Edward. Alright. And he's like a larva thing. That's a demon. You'll see more of those much later in the game. It's probably the thing that turned Daigo into a demon, I would guess. I don't know. So, there we go. And I'll let Tomoka take the last one then. Which was terrifying because I realized its attack was 99. All of them had... Ugh. I'm a very lucky person, you know? Whatever. But yeah, we're at the bottom and Daigo's here. I don't remember how you find him exactly or what the deal is, but... He's here. You get him. You know, and his color scheme changes. Like, the way he looks changes. They're not just like, oh, he's a demon now. You know, he looks totally different. Yeah, but you can still tell it's Daigo. You'll see. Yeah. I don't know if I covered this, but if you have recruited Kaguya, the woman who is killing the vampires with the giant coffin, and you then, you know, she can come and kill Daigo on her own in the ice cave, I believe, and that's required for one of her character checks. However, if you have her and you find Daigo like this and you recruit him, and they're both in your army, she'll just kill him offhandedly. And, you know, it'll show the scene where he dies and whatever, but she's never reprimanded. She doesn't get in trouble. People don't know where Daigo goes. He's just gone. He's just dead. And they probably assume because it's Daigo, you know, he's a jackass, so they don't care. But yeah, I don't know if I mentioned that. I probably did, but there it is again. So yeah, and he'll stay a demon for. Oh, it's you know, they have the exact amount of turns on the wiki. It's like 20 overworld battles or something. I don't remember. I don't know if he has to participate or whatever, but it takes a long time for him to become no longer a demon. You just got to use him a lot, basically. And this is kind of important, you know. It's kind of an important event. So, there we go. And he gets a character check for that as well. And then we'll go talk to him. See if anything changed. I don't think it does, but... we'll see. Might have to wait a while before it changes. Obviously, he doesn't look different, so... yeah. Kind of wasted that, but it doesn't really matter. Alright. Okay, I'll go get some Snow Archer Girl. Because I'm obligated to, basically. It's just kind of tricky now. Because, you know, Sane is mid-range and she can't get up to one reliably. I need to find somebody who's, you know, long-range and able to hit one of the Snow Archer Girls for an amount comparable to their health. And that's not easy to do. So... yeah, give me a minute here. I mean, I have these throwaway commanders that I could do that with, but I don't want to. Jeez. Yeah. I guess maybe her and someone else with bad attack, or no, you know what? I don't know, guys. I don't know how I'm gonna capture one of those. I didn't think about it. I don't have any units that are like good for that. I mean, I have Yuma, but you know, it's whatever. I'll just try it and see. If I had the item that increases counter chance by 100%, it would work out a lot better, but I obviously don't have that. And I'm just going to try to improvise really ridiculously here, and it'll probably fail so horribly, it's not even funny. I don't know why I'm bringing her, though. And I'm not doing math very well right now, either. Actually, this guy would probably be better, just because it'll get her in the right range. That'll have to work. I don't need people stationed here really right now in these territories that don't have them, simply because income is a ways off, but I'm going to throw people there anyway, and actually Daigo can go here, because bats will probably start swarming Akibahara soon. All of these people need to rest, and I removed her from wherever the hell she was. That'll be okay. It'll have to be okay, actually. Oh my god. Okay, there's no one there. I forgot that Daimon was in that territory, and I had forgotten that I actually killed him. So, it's all good. It's all good. Ulrika, actually, hilariously, her ability makes it easier to capture people, too. Actually, it's probably one of the best enemy capturing skills in the game. The skill that Ulrika has. And, you know, I don't have that right now. I don't have that to capture her or the archer girl that I need. So, this is ridiculous. But, you know, if I really wanted to, I could just spend a year, you know, fighting here and leaving the archer girl enemy thing with 8 health and hoping that the percent just goes, hey, yeah, you captured her. But, I mean, I might have to do that, I guess. We'll see. And I didn't bring Tamari either, which is foolish. But it doesn't really matter because I'm not dealing with this woman. Just because I don't know who's next. Oh my god. The poor bastard. And again, okay, I can see this guy draw. I knew that. Nagi will one-shot him, and will ensure that an archer is up next. Their hit's actually not as high as I thought it would be, so Sane could probably do something. I'll start out with this guy. I'm one of them anyway. 26 attack. Yuma would survive. Sane, of course, would. But I've got to see here. Well, I don't want green to die, you know. So I guess one of these will have to die for green to live. And I'll have to fight here again if I don't capture the other one that I wounded in order to, you know, allow these two to work together and capture them. Yuma and Sane. I like Yuma's attack, by the way. I've never seen her dodge anything, which, you know, that's not surprising. She is in a wheelchair. Can't expect her to be too evasive. Yeah. So then I'll go back there, and then I'll let Asakura Yuma heal, and use her mercy skill. I don't know. I don't even remember if that does any damage. Like, I've used it to capture Cleo once. And then my other option is to let Sane dodge one of the Archer girls, which isn't as unlikely as I had thought because the Archer girl's hit is totally low. But, you know, Sane's evasion is totally low. So, whatever. And Kamui's meddling with the Nightmare Eyes. He does this in both routes. What he does to the Nightmare Eyes, though, in Sena's route is more significant. I think he straight up destroys Pram, or, you know, because Pram doesn't awaken. So, that's how that is. But nobody here has the power to handle Kamui, and that's how that is as well. So, yeah. I don't really have anything else to say about these people. You know, it just keeps coming back to them, and I don't have anything to say about her at all. Yeah. So that goes. Those are my plans then, to capture an Archer girl, and, you know, I didn't capture the Ulrika because I one-shot her. You know, I don't know if you caught that, but I just straight up one-shot her. Because I don't feel like dealing with her. But, you know. I mentioned it before too, but since we won't be seeing her again at all, Ulrika, to character clear her, you need to recruit Camilla, and you basically need to be in Kunagi's route to do that. Or it's not possible. I mean, Camilla and Ulrika have some unique interactions, but this game, you know, I'm not worried about showing some of those things off, because this game is so full of stuff. It's impossible for me to include even 50% of it in a single playthrough. And I mean that. So, when you're like, oh, I'm missing out on this cool interaction, you know, between Camilla and Ulrika, you know, it's a cool interaction and whatever, and they have a lot of scenes together, you know, and a lot of dialogues, but I'm replacing other dialogues with those, you know. I mean, I haven't shown you any of Aya or Daigo's. They have a bunch together. And I haven't shown any of those. And I guarantee you, throughout the course of this Let's Play, I would end up having to choose, and I still end up having to choose heavily what's shown. So, just, I guess, be aware of that. It's not like the Sengoku Rants one where I can fit in almost as much content as I want. I'm very limited. So, that's how that is. I don't want you thinking that I'm not, you know, intentionally just being lazy here. Like, I mean, it was lazy to not capture Ulrika, but at the same time, it's inconsequential because I have other things to show you. You know, I would have been able to use her in combat, but that's more a convenience for me, and I don't care. Oh dear. This will work out, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. 58 attack power. Kunagi will live, so I'm assuming she'll dodge it. There we go. Perfect. he should go again. Yeah, cool. I don't want to one-shot one of the archer girls. And, okay, let's see. Let's see if it works. Just do your best on it. Just... Oh my god. She's a hero. I like her so much more now. I don't know. Hates is gonna miss. It's a guarantee that he's gonna miss. Oh, he didn't miss. Those vampires, like, out of all the units in the game, I hit those the least. They dodge a lot of skills. And Rogue is gonna have to rest after this anyway, so I don't care if he's wounded. That's how that goes. And, well, that's convenient, isn't it? That's very convenient, isn't it? Oh, I guess I'll be capturing both of them. And they have no units left there. That's totally perfect. Again, I should mention how much I hate dungeons because, you know, when I went to the dungeon, I moved my units off of the map from their original positions, and they were hurt in there. You know, they gained a little bit of experience, but, you know, they wasted all their stamina and shit in the dungeon instead of on the overworld map. So now it's harder for me to keep the territories I have, and I already have few units as it is, so things are spread out even more. Hate the dungeons in this game. Fuck them. So, yeah, Kibito will be entering the battlefield now. Not a threat, not even an issue, and I'll capture him if at all possible. Sane is not wounded, surprisingly, though she has low stamina. Yuma's hurt, so I gotta fix those things, so that's how that goes. But yeah, that was horrible improvisation. That was actually skillful improvisation on my part to capture both of those archer girls, but if I, you know, was prepared, I wouldn't have had to improvise, you know, and suffer so much damage in those fights. Similar with Daimon, I guess if I had more long-range units, I would have had to deal with that shit less, but, you know, I'm sure I'm not the only person who plays this game and has, you know, a lack of long-range units. Did I say short? I think I said short, but, you know, I have a huge lack of long-range units that are good, and I think that happens to a lot of people, so. But you can see this here with Shion, and again, it's, you know, I like her scenes. I like reading these things, and I'd probably like a jackass talking over it a lot less, so this is a shorter one, but I'll see you guys in the next part.
こんなもんじゃないぜ。任せればいい。これでもう少し彼。うわっ。もっ。
新しい戦術が必要